I wasn't worried about that. Can you hear me now? Can y'all hear me now? I'm going to wait. Can you hear me? Hey, Elliot, can you hear me? Okay. All right. Back. Thank you, Luminess, for calling me. When I go to the when I go over to show you the kit and all that, I can't see the chats. And so I'm glad everybody spoke up. Thank you about that. And of course, it was I had to fix something. And Lori, you still can't hear me, babe? I hope so. Everybody's saying yes now. So I had to redo some things, and I don't know if the mic turned on. So there we go. But now we can. All right, real quick, let's just go over it in case you missed it, right? Hold on, I'm gonna go back here. I'm just gonna show you that. This is our starter kit. Comes with 2 foundations, Love and Blush. All the starter kits, regardless of whichever one you use, does come with makeup, okay? Then you're gonna keep your fingers, or keep the stylus 4-finger widths away from your face. Keep it moving around the face, feeling the air so nice. But guys, I will tell you, you want to look in the mirror while practicing with just the air, because a couple things happen. When you feel that air, you either do this or you end up here because you're so used to touching your face. And so you do want to practice with just the air on keeping that distance. And then lightly, you can airbrush water on your face and lightly pull back on that trigger. You don't want a lot of makeup to come out. Again, goes against, Lori, I'm sorry, babe. It goes against what we know up until this point. And we know traditional makeup, so we know to touch our face. We see it. And with airbrush makeup, you're not going to do that, okay? Hey, Angela, so good to see you. Thanks for saying hello. Hey, Jeannie, good to see you. We're going to work on blush today. So I did get your message, Jeannie. Thank you for that. So let's go ahead and get started. When I was showing you the kits, I actually did do some stuff, especially under my eyes. My eyes feel a little depleted. Another product that I could use is our moisturizer primer. That's going to help plump my skin back up. Hello, Pam. Good to see you. So everybody, yeah, Lori, go in and come back, because that it does help you. So just so you know, guys, I am on Facebook and on YouTube. And so if I don't see your question or your comment, just say it again, or somebody normally will tell me, or they'll answer for me. All right. So I'm going to put a little bit more of the moisturizer underneath my eyes to plump those bad boys up. All right, so let's get started, shall we? So normally when I tell people when they start airbrushing, all I want you to do is get the foundation down. Once you have that foundation down, everything else falls into place because you're putting it on the same way. All right, so let's see. Which one do I want to use today? Probably going to stick with my, which one is that? I might mix rose and silk together, because remember, you can mix airbrush products together. No, I'll just go with rose. That's my go-to. I am going to do a little bit of the CC concealer, and I'm going to apply that first. So I have my bottle here. I shook it up. I have my Breeze, put a few drops, close the well, turn it on. And then as soon as you feel the makeup, guys, you're moving it. Okay, moving down. You're never in one spot twice, but there is overlap. Okay, so I'm never going to just stay here and get the coverage. The coverage is done by passes. All right, I'm seeing everybody say hello. Cindy, did I say hi? Pam, I said hi. Judy, I said hi. So that is going to start my coverage. It's going to start the coverage that I want. Now I'm going to go in And I always say start the coverage because we don't have to cover it 100% because I'm still getting coverage with my foundation, right? Or even my blush. And so I want to make sure that, again, make a few passes. It'll start to blur. It'll get there. But know that you're still going to cover it when you're whatever other products you're going to put on. Now, I am going to do blush first before my foundation. And I'm mixing plum and natural blush together. And I put too much plum in there, but it's okay. I'm going to mix that together. Boop, 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 boop. And if you don't know how to mix, you can stop the air. It's on. Stop the air. And then lightly pull back. And that's going to mix everything in there for you, okay? So now when I go to put on my blush, when doing the blush, okay, let me back up. I always say do 4 fingers. That's a perfect distance, 4 finger widths away from your face to do the foundation. Now, because we're doing just blush, you're going to be focused on one certain area. So you're going to bring it in just a little bit. So I would say 3 fingers for the blush is a good distance away. Now, when you're practicing with the air, notice, like stop and note, you can close your eyes. I feel air here to here, right? So that's where my brush is, okay? That is just like if I was doing this, boop, boop, boop. Same thing, okay? So coming in a little closer is going to give you a little more detailed and kind of narrow that down a little bit. I can feel it. If I can feel it on my cheeks, I start my movement first because that's going to help you avoid any hot spots, meaning the of makeup, and then pull back. Now I see it already, and remember that our blush blooms. So I'm going to stop right now and go to this side. Okay, I see it. I still see it, right? So now I'm going to go back over here. Do it again. And do it again. Now, normally 2 drops of blush is all you need. Now, I did, because I had to pour the plum in there, it got a little bit too much. But 2 drops is going to be enough for both sides of your cheeks. And that's it. If you do more than that, you are going to look crazy. And I don't want that. I don't want you to get in the car and like, what happened? So the other reason I'm doing the blush first is because if I do get blush happy and it gets a little bit too much, it's okay because I still have the foundation. I still am doing another product on top of that, and it's going to help blend that together. All right? Make sense? Now, also because I did mix natural blush with the plum blush, it is a little bit softer. I would say that the natural blush is probably the only one that really doesn't like bloom as much. It is more natural. It does have a shimmer. So there's different uses for it. You can mix it with anything. It's a lot of fun, Cindy says, I love being able to mix Luminess. I can do it to fit my mood or the plan for the day. I know, I love it. Hey, Martin, how are you? So now I'm going to go in because I have my blush popping, and I'll go in with my foundation, putting my drops in the makeup well. I've just applied the CC concealer, the blush. We talked about the blush and how to apply that. And now I'm going in with my foundation. I'm going to start in one spot. What angle is best for the blush? So, Jeannie, that's a great question. I would say that anytime you're doing foundation, blush, concealers, contouring, anything like that. Anytime you're airbrushing your face, let me just narrow that down. Anytime you are airbrushing your face, you are going straight on. You never want to shoot to the side or at an angle or straight on. Keep this level. You want to keep this where it's level at all times and straight at you, okay? The only time that I change the angle of my airbrush is if I'm going underneath my eyes. Because sometimes when you're doing it under the eyes, if that wind, if the little air messes you up, if you're like, figure my eyes, you can do it this way and just have the air shoot down. But pretty much at all times, you want to be straight on. Veronica, why the sad face? Guys, you remember my rule. Hopefully Veronica's still on and she didn't do the drive-by. But you always, if you guys, you can leave all the sad faces you want, but you have to stay and tell me why the sad face so I can make it right. No lie, I 100% guarantee you that I can help you. 100%. Okay? So don't do a drive-by sad face. You have to tell me why. You have to tell me why. And if you're not comfortable doing it on here, okay, I'm out of foundation. That gives me the coverage that I want, so I'm good with that. Covered all my flaws, and now I can move on. But speaking of sad faces, if you leave, oh, okay, good. Woo! Oh, was it Veronica? Wait, Veronica always accidentally leaves a sad face. That is so funny. I'm sorry. I didn't realize it was, I know who it was. I know. It's okay. But with that being said, if you have a problem, sorry, Veronica, I realized it was you and shouldn't have called you out. I'm sorry about that. But if you do, but that helps us, because if you do have a problem, if you do have something that you're not loving it, if you are not loving it, I'm not saying liking, if you do not love Luminess, then jump on, ask me questions. If you leave a sad face, tell me why. Chances are I can make it right. I can help you. I can help fix that problem. We also have classes that you can do. We have small group classes that we can you can sign up for. I was going to do one thing and then I just changed my mind. We have these small group classes that you can sign up for, and we can go over any problems that you're having. Now, I did just extend the class options. So we have the getting started airbrushing. We also have the, hey, I'm interested in purchasing, but I don't know what to purchase. What do I do? We have those classes. Okay. So if you haven't purchased, I think I have one or two of those. If you haven't purchased, then sign up for that class if you have questions. Then when you get it and you're like, okay, now what do I do with it? Then sign up for those classes. Those are the getting started classes. And then after you know what to do and you're like, buy them, then sign up for the next level class. And then that's when we can go into how to do eyeshadow, how to do blah, 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 how to do whatever. But the big thing, the getting started, I only go over how to airbrush and how to use the foundation, because guys, that's what I know some of you got a bunch of awesome stuff, maybe some free gifts. I'm using the Nude and Naughty, and I'm just putting that on my, let me do this, on my lid. Go to the link and click on the link, and you'll see the different options. I'm putting a little purple in here because purple is going to make my green eyes pop. But the getting started is going to be the most popular one, because we go over how to practice the basics. Most of the time, people are putting on airbrush makeup like traditional makeup. And so we I'll help change that up a little bit where I'll give you some things to think about, things to practice, and you can go from there. I'm going to dust some powder underneath my eyes lightly because if any fallout happened, I'm able to clean that up. I'm going to blend just a little bit more. But the classes, like Musette said, are very, very informative. We go over, it's going to I have to say, everybody that's done them leaves happy. There's nothing you're going to tell me that I haven't heard before. And so we'll just keep going. All right. I'm going to powder just a little bit too. I don't know if it's because I have I did the moisturizer first. Yeah, Luminess just put, Judy, you always have the sweetest things to say. Thank you, girl. All right, so now I just powdered a little bit because I feel a little shiny. So now I'm going to go in. I had a lip conditioner on, and I'm going to be using some bright lips. This is the Liquid Obsessions. Jeannie is asking, yes, I can do brows. Maybe we'll do brows tomorrow. I'm guessing the Root and Brow, the Airbrush one. Now, and that color, I love that color. Now, the Liquid Obsession ones, these guys are going to stay on. It's high pigmented, so they're definitely going to stay on. But I'm also going, because they're matte, I'm going to use a lip topper on top of it. And this is the Blush lip topper. And just because I don't want to mess up the doe foot, I do this. And I put, because I like that to stay this right color. Because if I put that doe foot on here, it's going to grab that color. So I do a little bit of that. And I can top it with my lip topper, which is going to make it have shine. And it's so creamy, guys. It is so creamy. It almost feels like a lip conditioner. Now, my brows are jacked up right now. So, because I did wipe some of them off and they're uneven. I don't know if you can tell. But I'm going to go in with my brow pencil. And I'm just going to line the top real quick. Like that. So they're pretty good, but because I wiped some of it, it kind of got, the lines got blurred. I'm gonna do that one a little bit and to even that out. Now, I always like to go over it with, where'd it go? With a mascara wand, just to give it more of a feathered, maybe a brush or hair look. So I always like, especially the top or the inside, just to make sure that it does give a more of a feathered look. Oh, Jackie mixed the plum and the natural. She loves it. Love it, love it, love it, love it. I know. I love it just because plum is our deepest one, but which anybody can use. So don't get me wrong. Don't think, oh, well, I'm super light, I can't use the plum. Anybody can use it. You'll just maybe only use one drop. Maybe mix a drop of love in there with it. Maybe mix a drop of your foundation in there to lighten it a little bit. We talked about how you can mix everything together. So, well, thank you, Martin. I'm going to get my lash curler out real quick. Curl lash. And then grab some mascara and finish the look with my mascara. And I love this brush because you can really get it all the way in. Now, normally I would line the bottom with, you know, maybe that purple or some color. I'm not going to do it today because of the fact this is kind of blended. It's a little, I mean, it has some shimmer, but it's a little bit softer, but I have such a bold lip on. Maybe I don't want my eyes to be as dramatic, and then, because if I did a liner at the bottom, a thicker liner, it's going to make them a little more dramatic. So guys, you can play with that. Change things up a bit, but see how mascara makes a world of a difference. Yeah. Oh, something needs help. Yeah. What's wrong with your lashes? Yeah. It makes a world of difference. This is one of the things that I would have to have if I was stranded on a desert island. Okay. So there we go. There we go. Jeannie says I use Plum. Oh, and a fair concealer. Okay, awesome. I love it. I'm really digging this lip though. Mama like. Oh, you know what would be really pretty on with this is unicorn. Oh yeah. If you haven't tried unicorn, guys, check out the BOGO sale. Guys, you need to jump on that BOGO sale. Musette knows, jump on that BOGO sale. It should be ending soon is what I hear. So I would jump on that like crazy because it's a BOGO you can mix and match. So you can get this lip topper. You can get unicorn lip topper with the compact, with this. I mean, so you can mix and match. So make sure to jump on it. And the links are below, guys. All right. Thank you so much for joining me on this Tuesday. Yay! I hope everybody's having a great start of the week. And I will be back with you tomorrow on our Wednesday. And we'll be ready to go. And I'm going to write down to do brows because I will forget by tomorrow. All right, guys. Thanks so much. And I'll see you soon. Bye for now.